Okay, so we start with the first question I have, which was planned for last month, but it turns out we didn't have enough time, and was asking what is the difference between the fill and the color changer? Well, the fill will fill and the color changer will change color. That's a very simple uh, explanation, but the flood fill will add the color to the pixels based on the match mode. You remember we have here on top, we have the match mode. And this has caused problems when it's on the different match mode. And sometimes you want to fill and it's like it's not filling correctly. So for example, let's say I have the match mode set to color and I want to have lighter green. And if I try to flood fill here, it's not working well. You can see how it's like blotchy. If I use a different, like for example, brightness, different match mode, it's going to replace those pixels based on the brightness. And of course, you have tolerance and everything. So typically, when you want to fill, most of the time you will want to have it set to none, in which case it fills everything. Typically, you will want to have that on a separate layer. Now, the color changer, it is similar to the fill with the RGB. So when I have RGB, let's say that I want to fill the pink here. Depending on the tolerance, it's not doing very much. Let's say I increase the tolerance with the RGB. Everything that is kind of reddish or wherever I clicked will be replaced. But it's very, I would call it non-discriminatory. So it's like it goes everywhere, including in this case, as you can see on the arm, because I increase the tolerance value. If I decrease it and I click on the pink, I might not be getting as much. So I find that if you are to use the fill, it's not the best tool if you want to actually change color. But if you are using here the color changer, it's going to take all the colors in all the pixels. So let's try to get, okay, you see how everything was, let's zoom in, gonna see a bit better. So if I click on the green, it seems to be coloring the greens, but interestingly, it does not affect, or it will, instead of doesn't affect, it will maintain the lightness. So if I was to do it on that pink here, it will get all the pinks. It's not the best tool. You might want to use it sparingly. Occasionally it could be useful. Let's say that I want to have maybe I want to add some snow. I can do that. So not bad idea sometimes, but in this case you can see even the pants were painted because they had green. The problem I find with this tool is that it is applied to the actual layer and you cannot really remove it. If I am to add a new raster layer, it won't apply. So it is kind of tricky. Some photos you'll be able to use it. For example, if I had only a landscape, no people, nothing else, I could decide I would add some snow all over. But even then, you can see how it's still blotchy. So I would say play around with it. It might not be the most useful tool. You might want to play with the tolerance, not have it everywhere, increase the softness. That might work a bit better, but I can still see blotches around. And I still see those pants being painted when I really don't want to. So, Anne, I hope it answers your question. Hey there! I hope you found this information helpful. If you're curious to dive deeper and explore more about PaintShop Pro, we've got a wealth of resources waiting for you in our membership area. There, you'll find in-depth classes, workshops, Q&A sessions, and much more to help you enhance your PaintShop Pro and digital scrapbooking skills. Feel free to check it out. The link is in the video description below. Thanks for watching and see you in the campus!